What's up everyone, welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like and subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon. We're posting 4 videos every day, so make sure to check back every single day. We're aiming for 20k subscribers and get the deal in the description if you haven't already. Plenty of free crypto and goodies down there. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. What's up guys, so just before we begin, make sure to hit the subscribe and the bell icon. People aren't seeing our content and this is probably because you haven't hit the bell icon. Thank you again for all your support. The algorithm is slamming a lot of content creators right now, so we really appreciate all your support. And we're so proud of the amazing community that we've built, so make sure to jump into the Telegram and the free Discord. So just taking a look at Vechain here, and as we can see, it is continuing its pattern that we have identified here. This kind of descending channel, maybe a wedge, but in reality, looking like it's mostly just a descending channel, looking something like this. Still waiting for that, breakout to the upside. Bitcoin looking like it is running out of steam to the downside now. And you can see with Veracity as well, it does have, it's showing some signs of bottoming out. We've got some bullish divergences here. You can see on our RSI. If I can just make this a bit more easy to see. On our RSI and our price action here, and also, the histogram losing momentum as well to the downside. And you can see right now as well, that Vechain is actually sitting on support right now on the 023 here. A bit of a concern as we have actually lost this swing low here. So we are currently, higher high, higher low, higher high. But we've actually come down and made a lower low here, which is a bit of a concern. You can see this quite clearly now. So in reality, things aren't looking too good for Vechain right now. It's showing a lot of weakness in the market. It's bleeding quite heavily compared to Bitcoin. I mean, if you think about Bitcoin's chart, basically what Bitcoin's done is it's actually come down like this through May and June and July. It came back up. It actually made a higher high like this. But on the way up, it did something like this. It went up, higher high, higher low, higher high. And now it's coming back down and it's actually made another higher low like this, hasn't it? Even though it's come back down quite significantly. Whereas with Vechain here, you can see it's actually, potentially reversing the trend here. And if we come back up and hit our head on the 618 here, we could be forming, that head and shoulders formation that a lot of people were talking about like this. And if that's the case, we will be heading back down, potentially down towards some of these levels here, 3 or 4 cents if that's the case. So, I mean, if that happens, we'll probably be scooping up a massive bag, to be honest, because, Vechain, obviously a top quality project for the long term, in our opinion. But right now, obviously underperforming massively. A lot of interest in Vechain seems to have died down. Obviously, with a lot of other meta narratives in the market taking a lot of people's attention, gaming, cryptos, metaverse, these kinds of things. Obviously, the new thing as well, node forks and passive income plays as well. Taking a lot of attention away from, these big blue chip altcoins, you would say, like Vechain, Chainlink, Cardano, Polkadot have all been suffering heavily recently, with being heavily correlated to Bitcoin as they are. And you can see right now, Vechain is just continuing really to trade downwards, isn't it? There's not really anything else for it. Looking as though it is losing momentum to the downside, but we could see ourselves continue to push to the downside for a while until at least we get a decent bounce for Bitcoin. You can see more clearly here the bullish divergences on the hourly time frame, clearly losing momentum to the downside here. The volume looking as though it's dropping off as well. You can see this volume just going lower and lower, which is what we're seeing for Bitcoin as well. Looking like the bears might be getting pretty exhausted right now. And since we are sitting on a Fibonacci support right now for Vechain, we could be looking at potentially getting that break to the upside quite soon. But you can obviously see this resistance here, resistance, resistance, resistance. Every time it gets tested, we do roll over. So until we find that really strong support and get that bounce big enough to break this resistance and make our way back up towards, some of these levels that we do need to see. Vechain, it's not doing well, is it? Let's be honest. But overall, if Bitcoin rips to 100k in the next 2 months, it's going to pump, isn't it? So right now, we're just waiting to see what's happening with Bitcoin. In reality, we do think Vechain is going to, continue to do well in the long term. In the short term, not looking so good. But, these are the best times to be accumulating things for the long term when they're 50, 60, 70% from their all-time high, if you believe in the project. Not financial advice, of course, but it's pretty clear that Vechain with real-world use case actually getting adoption. Obviously, we've seen the massive pumps that it's had previously in the market. It seems pretty likely, in our opinion, that it will get the bounce, at some point. Maybe it won't be soon. Maybe it will be soon, like no one can tell. But as far as we're concerned, we do think this is a quality project and eventually it is going to get that bounce, even if it is underperforming right now in the market. So short-term price predictions then, as we said, if we roll over here, we do have that swing low at 7.5 cents where we could see a bounce. On this Fibonacci support of the 023 as well, you could probably expect a bit of a bounce with the bullish divergences we're seeing as well. And then obviously we do have this swing low of the candle at around 7 cents, where we could come down, test the candle, maybe even come a bit lower and then get a real big bounce to the upside. If that was the case, obviously moving to the upside, you do want to see breaking this resistance here. Currently at around, what would you say right now? 8.1, 8.2 cents. Come up like this and basically at least retest the 038, then potentially back test, and you want to reverse the trend, don't you? Breakout, back test, and then reverse the trend. So that's what we'd want to see to the upside. And then as we said, we do think Vechain in the long term is going to be totally fine. You can see it has lost its market support right now, so it's a little bit of a concern. But in reality, if Bitcoin does have a big pump, we're still going to see Vechain probably roaring back. And we do think 50 cents to $1, it's quite likely so. I'd like to thank everyone so much for their support. If you've got any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below, and don't forget to subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon, to stay up to date with 4 videos we post every single day. Remember, if you want to support the channel more directly and get a ton of benefits and insight, as well as joining our growing community, consider the Patreon or YouTube membership down below. There are 3 tiers giving you access to our private Discord. Crypto support is available if you just want to help us out a small amount. Crypto Maximalist is our main tier, which gives you access to detailed daily technical analysis and signals, weekly and monthly coin calls, and insights into our personal moves, while Maximalist Gold takes it a step further, giving you an insight into our personal portfolio tracker, super low cap gem research, and a 100x portfolio we're constructing and updating, and access to us personally as a resource to discuss your portfolio via Messenger. Make sure to check it out. You can also sign up to our free Telegram and public Discord via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto, so go check them all out below. There's plenty of goodness on offer. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.